I'm muted. How y'all doing, everybody? This is your tour guide around the SWAC C Wells coming at you with the big soldier. What's going on with you? What's happening? Oh man, what am I doing? Y'all bear with me, man. I'm making all kind of mistakes up in this thing.
Is Chris Jericho coming in this thing?
You see that, boy? We got the countdown.
Watch
All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again, man. What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing, man? This is Swag Smoke number 127. You know how we do, man. Got the big soldier over there. Got C Wells over here trying to get right. Right now I can't get right, but I'm gonna get it together. What's happening, man? How you doing today?
Man, hey, I'm cool, man. Just try to give me a little rest, man. I had a long day yesterday, so I'm kind of catching back up, catching on a little
Oh,
rest. But it's all good. I'm here,
oh
ready to
yeah, I
rock
feel
and
you, man.
roll.
I feel you, man. It's been a busy week for me too, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, just kind of trying to make some things happen, but it's still craziness in the swag, man. You know what it do, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. So we gonna start off with the same thing we've been starting off the last few weeks, but this time we got a different angle on it, man. TSU got them a coach now, man. So we ain't got to talk
Mm-hmm.
about if they gonna get one now. They got one. Chris Dishman,
Oh yeah.
former Houston Oiler. Now the head man at TSU. That makes three guys that play for the Oilers that coaching the SWAC, man. The SWAC is not the old Houston Oilers. What's going on?
I don't know, man, but it's a interesting hire. He was the defensive coordinator for I think somebody in the XFL, if I'm correct. XFL, USFL.
Yeah,
I know
I
he
think
was been a position coach in the pros and some you NFL Europe and things of that nature. So I mean, yeah, he has a long tenure of experience. So and I see a couple of guys they announced on Twitter. So hitting the ground running, trying to recruit. So we'll see.
yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing to see how he handled this because like you said, he didn't hit the ground running. Um, he making some things happen. It, okay, okay, they're putting together the staff. I'm interested to see how he make this thing happen, man. I wish him the best on this because I think he may not be the fancy name, but he got a pedigree. He's been working in the NFL for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like you said, I think he was in the USFL as a defensive coordinator, so he knows, that kind of stuff. What's up, Blue? What's going on, man? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and y'all keep on rocking with us. But I'm glad I'm glad they finally made the decision. I know this ain't the direction that it was supposed to go, but sometimes it end up not being the path to get to the destination is the destination, and getting to a coach and getting a guy in place. I can't do nothing but be proud of them for that, man. They didn't solve that, and now we're gonna see where they go from here.
Yeah, but I think it's good to bring in somebody with a defensive background because I think their defense sometimes struggle and they could get it together on offense, but sometimes on the defensive side of the ball, they might have had a few miss miss hits and everything. But bringing in the defensive guy, man, that might be a big plus for him. So I think I think he coming in with a game plan and look like he know what he doing. So that's a good thing. So hey, maybe look out. Might
Yeah,
might
I
might
mean,
surprise us.
I can't help but so I mean, as long as you got some kind of plan and idea of what's going on, I think that's good, man, because you have to have some kind of idea of the direction you want your program to go because you can't just at this point be kind of floating with the wind. So if you can kind of have a guy and you like you said, whether it's a defensive guy, offensive guy, have that guy and make a decision and move forward. So with a defensive guy, maybe they can show that up. Offense will come around. Defense always usually gonna be the one that kind of hold you back a little bit. So if they can get that defense on point, which they was coming around later in the season,
Mm-hmm.
if they can continue to make it happen like that, then I think it could be a good move. So I'm interested to see him get to work. Like Coleman said, recruiting is ramping up. You know, Southern got official visits this weekend. They had some last weekend. Picked up a couple commitments for some transfers this past week. So things are starting to come together. Even for somebody like me who been fussing about, you know, Southern putting things out there, it's finally getting some information out there, because that's all I want is information. I don't really care about the process and the people. I just like information. I'm nosy, so I like to know what's going on. But I think I think, you know, it'd be interesting to see how TSU do this, man. Signing day coming up, and we'll see, you know, we'll see, you know, how they make this happen. But we can finally put that one on the side, man. And now we got this other one still going on in Tallahassee. That's the crazy one now. Everybody saw how that situation was going at first. You know, they had a guy who they was gonna bring in. People wasn't happy. You know, there was a lot of talks of all kind of, you know, turmoil and stuff. He gets an extension from Fort Valley State, so he's not coming. And now they say they're gonna have a search firm and open up the search. So it's crazy.
Yeah, that program is dismantling by brick by brick. Like every second, they're gonna have to find somebody ASAP, because that ship is sinking quick.
Yeah, it's dropping. It's dropping rapidly, man. You got guys, who committed that, decommitting that came in the portal. You got guys that's leaving in the portal. You got, fans that's upset. You had the whole celebration bowl thing the other day, but hardly nobody showed up. They at the AD, they at her neck. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I had saw something on Twitter from Rattler Nation blog. I don't know if y'all peeped that out, but if y'all do, y'all check that out. It's rattlenation.blogspot.com. They had fact checking latest claims, and basically she laid out what she looking for in the coach in terms of characteristics. One is ability to recruit athletically and academically, gifted athletes. Citing FAMU's 2023 freshman class, they had a 4.03 GPA average. College head coaching experience with a good competitive record. Appreciation of HBCU culture, potential longevity in the role, NCAA compliance and APR knowledge, communication skills, fundraising and budget management experience, knowledge of current trends in college football, such as the transfer portal and NIL partnerships. She made a claim that the maximum pay was $200,000, and
I do it.
I mean that's not bad, but Willie Simmons was making upward of $300,000. So I'm not, I know sometimes when you hire a coach that's not as qualified as the previous coach, you kind of step back on the money a little bit, but it's kind of interesting to see how this goes, man. I don't know how this is gonna go.
870K in the read. Hey, but I mean, all those qualifications sound like me and you.
Pretty much.
Why we can't be the coach? I mean, she laid it out there. I think I'm qualified. I may need to go ahead and put my app in.
I worked the hell out the portal now, and I didn't led multiple teams to Super Bowls on Madden now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't mess with me now. Coach of the year every year. Don't play with my resume. But it's gonna be interesting to see, man, because we talked about this last week. I just don't understand why the SWAC has to have so many problems with coaching searches, man. This should not be this hard.
Exactly.
This should not be this hard, man. You're making big things out of nothing, and it's irritating now, man. It's not even funny anymore. It's like we've had 5 coaching searches, and only one was smooth. It's like, come on, man. It's like y'all just nutty, man. It's crazy. And now you potentially got a program that won the SWAC championship last year that could be on the verge of who knows what, because now you're gonna have to work to keep this team together. You got to work to recruit again. You got to, kids gonna leave because they don't know who the guy gonna be. It's crazy, man. Man, Blue, I don't know, man. Like I I feel like she don't know, man. What kind of relocation are we talking about? Like moving the coach or moving the school?
You can't be a coach being from a remote position. So yeah, I know I had to move down there.
Relocating who and well, man. Let's get this straight, man. This is, I don't know, man. Like I said, hopefully this thing could come to a head, but not as, I mean, the last thing I saw was they were like they want to have a coach in place by signing day, which makes sense, but that's a whole 2 or 3 more weeks for a program that that's on. You sitting pretty, man. You at the point where you could really do what you want and still being in a good spot, but now you putting yourself in a position where you putting yourself behind the 8 ball a little bit. So I've seen so many fumbles, man. This season has had so many fumbles. I don't even think I've seen this many fumbles in an actual game, bro. It's ridiculous.
Very, very. But they need to get somebody in there in place because sign day, it'll be here before you know it.
Oh yeah, it's right.
You will have no young man if you keep out.
It's right around the corner. Hey, y'all need to call Fred, man. Fred's sitting there waiting for somebody to call him on the phone. All right, hey, call Blue. I mean, I know Blue got a busy schedule, but I'm sure he could take a couple hours out of the day, go and watch a little film and show up on Saturdays.
I love the coach. They can give me 50,000. I'll come coach right now.
Shit, man, I 50K. I'll be there tonight. Ain't but a 6-hour drive, man. I hop in the car and be gone now. I'll be there in time for my press conference in the morning. Yeah, the thing about the Southern search was the search wasn't bad per se. It just was it wasn't transparent. I mean, the guy that you hired, you could have hired him after the Classic. You didn't need weeks of hemming and hawing to hire Terrence Graves. You could have did that out of the Classic. I mean, when they gave Southern the trophy on the stage, they could have been like, "Hey, this your new coach," and people would have been whatever, because everybody was happy we won the game. I think Southern search was the problem because they just, hey, you might can do it. Hey, you be the first coach from home, man. Coaching while you had another game. But I just want this to be over with, man, so we can start to move forward with most stuff. So we're not gonna spend 30 minutes on this like we did the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna leave this here, bro. I don't know if you got anything else you want to say about this situation before we move forward a little bit.
I'm ready to move forward, man. Hey,
all right, well,
very much be said.
Well, we're gonna talk some more football. Schedules have started to come out. Yesterday, Grambling and Southern schedule put out. First off, man, I don't know how many of y'all saw the way Grambling put their schedule out, but salute to Grambling, man. That was a nice thing. I don't know if y'all saw it. They had a little thing with one of the elementary schools in the playoffs, and they announced the schedule together. So it was nice, man. It was a nice little thing. So if y'all need to check it out, y'all check out Grambling socials, and it's a nice little video where they roll out the schedule with the kids. I thought that was nice little content. That's the kind of stuff I like to see from our schools. But we're going to start off with Grambling schedule first and make our way through Grambling, Southern, Alabama A&M, and we did Bethune-Cookman, but we'll do it again since we talking schedules. Grambling opened up on the road at ULL August 31st. And that's interesting because Southern playing in Lake Charles, so that little area gonna be packed full of people. So Grambling playing at ULL on the 31st. They get Tuskegee at home on the 7th. That's their home opener. They go to Texas A&M Commerce on September 14th. That's an interesting game. They get Jackson State at home on the 21st. I think there's a non-conference game, is it? I believe it is. They get Prairie View, obviously, in the State Fair Classic on the 28th of September. They off on the 5th of October. October 12th, they get Alcorn at home. October 19th, they get Pine Bluff at home. That's homecoming. October 26th, they go to Texas Southern. November 2nd, they go to Bethune-Cookman. November 9th, they get Bama State at home. November 16th, they go to Alabama A&M. They get the bye week before the Classic, and then November 30th is the Bayou Classic. So it's a pretty solid schedule, man. I don't mind any of those games, honestly. ULL is a nice FBS game. I mean, I don't, they've been pretty solid recently, but it's a nice game. Not a big trip for you. You know, you can bring people down there. Tuskegee's a nice game at home. A&M Commerce, that's a interesting non-conference game. You know, we'll figure out more about them as we get there, but that's a nice FBS game, and of course, JSU at home. That's a big game. So not a bad schedule for non-conference slate.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, they got a pretty decent home schedule. They got Tuskegee, Jackson, Alcorn, and Bama State. That's not a bad home schedule, and Pine Bluff for homecoming. So that's not a bad schedule, especially a home schedule. And to have your first home game in early September instead of later in the month, that's good for Grambling especially. So I think that's good, man. What's up, Mr. Moore, man? What's happening out there in D-Town?
That's my guy. What's up, Edwin?
Yeah, that's your homeboy.
Yeah, that's home. That's home team right there.
Yes, indeed. So, like I said, I don't have no problem with Grambling's schedule, man. I think that's a good schedule, and this year I don't even have a problem with Southern schedule. I'm not a fan of the Nickel State game, not because I just don't have no good blood with Nickel State. So, that is what it is. But Southern, August 31st, they at McNeese. A short trip over I-10 West. They get Savannah State at home on September 7th in the Pete Richardson Classic. September 14th, go to Jackson to play the Tigers. September 21st, we go to Baton Rouge, Texas to take on the Prairie View Panthers. September 28th, we got a bye week. October 5th, Nickel State at home. October 12th, we go to H-Town to take on the Tigers. TSU. October 19th, we got Alcorn for homecoming, man. That is never good, bro. That is never good.
I remember when it happened last time that happened.
That is never good. And Blue, let me tell you, man, it don't matter what Nickel State record is, they have never been a guaranteed win for Southern, man. Nickel State could be 0-12. They could be on a 12-game losing streak over the last 2 seasons and still beat Southern. So us beating Nichols is rare regardless. So it's gonna be a tough matchup regardless. They always play Southern real hard anyway. So that's gonna be a tough matchup. Hopefully they actually bring some people with them. But like I said, we all come for homecoming. I ain't a fan of that. We go to FAMU on the 26th of October. November 2nd, we go to Huntsville, take on the Bulldogs. It's the first time we're there in quite some time. November 9th, Bethune-Cookman at home. That's the first time Bethune-Cookman been to Baton Rouge since like the 80s. I think the last time Bethune-Cookman came to Baton Rouge, I was like 5 years old. So that's been a long time since they've been in this city. And then we get Pine Bluff on the 16th at home, open date, and then November 30th, the Bayou Classic. So I think that's a pretty good schedule, man. I don't mind the 1D2 games since we got 2 FBS games, no money. I mean, 2 FCS games, no money games. So I think that's a pretty good schedule, man. 5 home games. Would have liked 6, but that might be a little greedy. But I'm not opposed to this schedule. I don't like Alcorn for homecoming though. I definitely don't like that at all.
Well, that's better than playing Lincoln.
It is, but
you know what I'm saying?
I want to win homecoming, bro. I want to win homecoming though.
But
the last time,
now they homecomings, man. There's either or. You either go get an easy opponent or you gonna get an opponent pony. It depends on who you line up against. Just win. That game gonna be pretty live too.
It's gonna be live for sure. It's gonna be. The thing is, Southern Alcorn don't even need no extra stuff. But when you put the extra stuff on it, it make it even bigger. So Alcorn gonna turn out for sure. They're gonna be there, and people from Baton Rouge gonna be there because Baton Rouge, Mississippi, connected. So it's gonna be a good crowd, man. I mean, the way the schedule falls, there really was no other really games for homecoming other than like Nickel State, which that I don't really like that either. But the other 2 home games are later in the year. We typically don't do homecoming that late. So. I'm gonna try to see if I can make something happen as soon as possible, man. I'm gonna try to reach out and get my name in the hat this week, man. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna reach out to old Coach Chris, man, and see if I can make something happen, man. I know Blue gonna already have it, but I'm gonna still try to get my name in the hat too, you know. I already know that. I already know Blue already on the case. But like I said, I don't mind that, man. I just got bad memories the last time we played Alcorn for homecoming and we lost the game 20-3. But
Yeah.
you know, we bounced back after that game. You know, that game led to Skelton being our quarterback for the next couple of years. So, you know, we had some good things come out of it, but we'll see what happens. I
got this
don't
question. I got this
what's
question.
up?
See, hey, I know y'all gonna be playing football, but who y'all gonna be boxing on this schedule?
Um
What prize fight can we look forward to?
I would have said we had our own coach, I would say the September 21st game, but he not there no more, so I don't think we got too much bad blood with PV no more. I think we might throw some hands with Pine Bluff, man, because they be kind of feisty sometimes, man. And I ain't never
Southern got throw
hey
hands too.
who?
Jackson and Southern and J State, you know that we gonna throw hands.
Oh yeah, that's always gonna be there. But I never get. I still ain't forgot that time when Pine Bluff beat us in the spring, man. They jumped on our logo, bro. So you know, I still got the little bad blood there. I think Zoe gonna bring them boys down there, man. He gonna come ready. They gonna be fired up, but you know it's Southern, so we gonna throw hands with somebody. One of them. We don't really misbehave and tally too much, man. Them people don't play that out there. So we be good out there. we be good out there. So we try to act up at home more than on the road. So I don't know. I gotta find somebody. I don't know who. It ain't gonna be Alcorn though, because I know G gonna be ready to jump in there. Yeah, let's keep the light shows to a minimum, man. Let's make a PSA before the game. Every team that's coming in the month at the start of fourth quarter, we're gonna turn the lights off, do a little thing, bro. Don't get crazy. Just wait for it to go up and the lights come back on and we start the game. We don't need no more FAMU situations taking place. But let's look at these Bulldogs, man. This could be Coach Maynard last year.
Yeah.
So let's see what might get him out the door. They open up on August 31st at Auburn. They get Kentucky State at home on September 7th. September 14th, they get Fayetteville State at home. So two D2 games back to back. September 21st, they go to Austin P. September 28th, they go to FAMU. So they got 2 games on the road back to back. They play in Jackson State and Mobile again on the 5th.
I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
They gonna keep that game. They're gonna keep that game in Mobile. October 12th, they get Bethune-Cookman at home. That's homecoming. You get the Wildcats for homecoming. October 19th, they off. October 26th is the Magic City Classic. November 2nd, they get Southern at home. November 9th, they go to Pine Bluff. November 16th, they get Grambling at home. And November 23rd, they get Valley at home. So they played 2 last year. I wasn't a fan of that either. So I don't like that. They're not bad games per se, but I don't like 2 D2 games at all.
If I was a smart individual, I am. But what I would do around that Gulf challenge, probably have a cruise out of Mobile if they had if it's still available too. Like after that game, do a short cruise to Cozumel or something. Do it like the SWAC cruise or something. Make extra money for both schools. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think
thinking outside the box.
Anything to kind of drum up, because I don't know what the attendance was like for that game last year, but anything that you can kind of add on and make something worthwhile, make something for people to see and do. I think it's fine, man. You know, think outside the box, like you say, man. Come up with some different solutions, and you never know. I mean, people drawn to that kind of stuff. Let's make it happen, man. Who we got to talk to make that happen?
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm like, that wouldn't be bad because I know sometimes, they had Super Bowl cruises and things of that nature. I think after one Alabama game, they had a cruise after that game. Actually, like that Sunday, they actually had a cruise for a couple of days tied into that game, which I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I say, bro. I think if you're gonna have these kind of games, man, I think you should do do some different things to kind of make it better, make it more interesting. You know, drum on some outside support because you got to, you can't just constantly rely on the same people to come to these games. And is the community really, really supporting it? You know, that's always gonna be the key. It's You got to have more than just the people who normally be at those games. So if you got to go outside and have some different activities to get people there, I have no problem with it, man. What better game to do it than a game like this, you know? Let it, let it happen.
Yeah, because they do a pretty good job with some of the entertainment, some of the free entertainment and concert shows and things. But that cruise would be pretty cool. I mean, they have a port right there in Mobile now, so yeah, why not make it happen? The little short
Yeah, I
cruise
mean,
with the athletic directors and the big wigs and people of that nature.
I like I say, I don't see no reason why you can't try something like that, man. It would never hurt. You know, you probably have to, kind of, get it going ahead of time. But I think if you're gonna do games like this, man, you got to increase your attendance, and what better way to do it than to give people something else to look forward to, make the game be a bonus. So I'm all for it. And I know one thing, you sure will have an interesting time on that thing.
Win or lose, hey,
Yes,
it'll be
indeed.
interesting.
Shit,
Bragging rights.
well, what better way than get over a loss than to get on that get on that boat and hit that bar, man. That's how I deal with all my losses, boy. I find the nearest place and I'm pulling under the bar. Man, I never forget, man. One year, I I forgot what it was, 16 or 17, whatever year. Groundling put a 50 piece on us in the classic. Man, I went to the little place in the dome. I used to lay for a crown and coke. She said, "You like you need a double?" I say, "I sure do." I said, "I'm hurting right now. I sure do." She gave me that double for the price of a single, boy. She said, you need it." I said, "Thank you." I said, "I'm hurting. I'm hurting." Same thing with the people who used to be in Mumford selling alcohol, boy. I used to be their biggest customer. Like, I'm coming right back. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm coming right back. But man, like I said, we had talked about Bethune-Cookman schedule last week, but I'm gonna go over it again anyway since it's in front of me. August 31st, they play USF. September 7th, they play Mercer at home. September 14th, they go to Western Michigan. September 21st, they get Clark Atlanta at home. September 26th, they get Alabama State at home. They bye week is on the 5th. October 12th, they at Alabama A&M. October 19th, they at Valley. I don't know if you know this, bro, but on October 26th, Bethune-Cookman playing Jackson State for homecoming.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, and oh man, our fan base so fired up for that game. I think they try to get buses and everything. As many people down, they want to take over Thune Stadium, man,
Like, y'all
for
know that
that
stadium to hold,
homecoming.
but that stadium hold but like 10,000 people, so it's gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna be packed. I'm I'm gonna definitely be tuning into the Cat Eye Network that night, boy. Yeah, Cat Eye Network. I'm
Unless
gonna be
they
tuned
move,
in.
unless they move to Jacksonville again, but I know they ain't gonna do that.
No, not homecoming. Y'all going to the Rock, boy. I'm, then let's see, November 2nd they get Grambling at home, so they got a nice little back-to-back home stand. JSU and Grambling back-to-back at home. That's pretty good. November 9th they go to Southern. November 16th they go to Texas Southern, and then the Florida Classic on the 23rd. That's a pretty interesting schedule, man.
It is, and I'm surprised they was able to get Mercer at home.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a home at home, but that if it is, it's good. They got the first game at home. Oh, Los J say tell them Lady Tigers, man, that TSU got something for them this weekend.
Boy, that's all I'm gonna say, man.
Bama State schedule. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Bama State. Oh, I was reading that comment.
Bama State schedule released on the 23rd of January, so we'll see what's going on with that. And looking at the schedule, I can be 100% Andrew Body supporter this season. They don't play Southern, so I'm rocking with that. I think it's a good move, man. Now, how they got a new offensive coordinator, so we're gonna see how that works out. But I think E-Rob gonna take care of the boy. So hopefully he do. But I'm gonna definitely be tuned into them Bama State games.
I don't think my boy Craig Hall to check in, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully Craig get with us, man. I know he was traveling all yesterday, so he might be a little woe down. But if not, then we'll get up with him. But yeah, I mean, you can get home and homes from teams, and sometimes you can get them if you get the home game first. Sometimes you got to go on the road first, but it can be done. I mean, it's not impossible to be done. Blue, you right. It's not impossible to be done. A lot of people don't think it is because they think that them teams don't want to come to you, but you talk to the right people, they'll be there. Now whether they're gonna bring people with them, that's a different story. But I think I've always been a fan of home and homes. I mean, because I'm always interested in going other places, and I mean, I don't really want my team to go play you and you don't come here. So I mean, I did have I had my feeler going to McNeese, but I'm willing to take that ride over there again. Although I don't like. I don't know anybody listening on here from Lake Charles. If y'all all, I'm sorry, but man, I do not like that city, bro.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I'm sorry if anybody from Lake Charles, bro, ain't nothing personal. I don't like it, bro. Lake Charles, Shreveport, them two cities in Louisiana, I cannot stand.
Oh yeah, Shreveport. I remember when Jack State played Prairie View for the State Fair Classic, which that was a pretty cool experience, though. I enjoyed it. But that stadium is kind of raggedy, right?
Oh, it is, bro. It is. Man, my sister, rest in peace, man. She used to live in Shreveport, man. I spent a lot of time up there. It's dreary up there, bro. It's like, only good thing about Shreveport is it's on the way to Dallas, bro. That's it. That's it. 49-20, and I'm still rolling. Same thing with Lake Charles, huh?
What about Thibodeau? Because that's what Nichols, right?
Yeah. Hey, man, ain't really nothing in Thibodeau, man. Thibodeau a little small. It's not really small, but Thibodeau, it's down. It's down. I'm gonna say it's down. Hey, I mean, really, bro, you want to be real. There ain't really a lot of great places in Louisiana. I mean, there's places that people love, but there ain't a whole lot of great places in this state. I mean, I'm up and down with my own city, so it's when you've been other places, man, it can sometimes get you. But I just like I said, a lot of it, like the comments say from my boy D, a lot of it is how schedules fall. When people got opening dates, and now with all this realignment and stuff, man, games getting dropped and added. So you sometimes you can pull into a home and home because of somebody else losing the game to somebody. So with all these big conferences merging and stuff now, people's schedules gonna be more fluid moving forward. So I think you can see more home and homes if you're looking for them. If you're not looking for them, then you're not gonna get them. If you're just happy playing, Lincoln and all them people, then of course you're not gonna worry about them kind of games. But I'd rather play. As much as I don't like Nicholls State, I'd rather play Nicholls State than play Lincoln, bro, any day of the week.
Man, not the Thibodeau of the South Louisiana version. Man, that's bad. Golly, if it's anything like, now don't get me wrong, Meadville is pretty, it's okay little town, but man, that's what it is. Ooh. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, all I'm gonna say is every time we go to Nicholls, which I'm glad they come here first, but every time we've been there, it been some kind of problem, bro. Like one year they ain't opened up the gates till right before the start of the game. One year they went down our side of the field. Our sideline looked like we had a monsoon. Their sideline was dry as a bone. Man, we fumbled on the 1 yard line about to score the game-winning touchdown. Like, man, we had a lot of bad luck at Nicholls, man. It ain't, bro. It's nothing there. It is nothing there. And there's nothing there, and there's nothing on the way there. It's just a bunch of small towns and sugarcane fields, bro. It ain't really a lot down, bro. It ain't that far from New Orleans, so if you're trying to, take the back way to New Orleans, it ain't that far. But it's about an hour and a half from here. So it ain't a bad drive, but it ain't really a lot there. It ain't.
What about ULL? Because
Lafayette's not a bad city, bro. It's Lafayette's a decent sized place, man. I used to hang out there a lot when I was in college. I spent a lot of time in Lafayette. My sister went to school out there. The city is growing pretty rapidly, so they think they like Baton Rouge and New Orleans level, but they getting there. But it's a nice city. They got a nice campus. Facility is pretty good. I ain't been to Cajun Field in a long time, but they coming along. They do kind of get kind of uppity with you though. They don't want you tailgating on their campus though. I ain't playing, man. Like the comment said, bro, the last time we played there, bro, they had sent notices that they ain't want no people tailgating, no other people tailgating, bro. Like, what the? So you got to deal with that kind of stuff sometime, man. And that's 100. I'm gonna just put it. I'm gonna just say that's 100, and I ain't gonna say nothing else on that.
Crook the trip BA said got the freaks out there.
I'm gonna say that. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna say that's 100, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to have to answer no more questions after that. Because them days, them days, it was some good days back then.
Man, that right there, boy. Whew. That's a long story right there. I'm gonna let Timon or somebody else handle that one. I ain't touching that.
Hey, Blue, I know better, man. I know better. I know better because sometimes she be listening, and then sometimes she don't be listening, but she still be listening if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, if you're an unattached man, bro, you got a good time out there. Yellow is the color on the menu, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
But anyway, man. Let me try to steer this car back on the road. Oh man, I done got distracted, man.
Well, we just slipped off that ice. We would have ran off the road.
Our red, yeah, red too. That's that's a VR person. He know. So if y'all, hey, If you don't got a game to go to and y'all want to see Grambling play at ULL, man, take the trip out to Lafayette, man. You have a good time. They like to drink, and you have a good time out there, man. Let's leave that alone. Woo, man, y'all think, fam, you got the distraction committee. But okay, anyway, back to these schedules, man. Like I say, we got Bama State schedule coming out soon. I did see Pine Bluff got most of their non-conference games out, so let me see if I can pull them up. I think they let me see if I can get back to that. Pine Bluff, here we go. Pine Bluff got 2 FBS games this year. They playing Arkansas to open up the season. They playing no, they got one FBS game. They playing Arkansas. They playing in the Southern Heritage Classic again against Tennessee State, and they playing Central Arkansas at home. Them the 3 non-conference games that I know for them so far.
Ah, man, I know. Eventually, probably Jackson State be back in that Southern Heritage Classic, and I hope they can make a little draw. Cause last year that draw was that crowd was pitiful.
Yeah, man. I thought I wasn't 100% sure how it would turn out. I thought that people were still kind of the curiosity factor, but Pine Bluff ain't in the best position right now. So it's kind of tough to have that kind of team pull a crowd like that when they don't really bring a crowd themselves. But you always kind of you kind of hope. But if it be like it was last year, then yeah, they're gonna make that call. Y'all gonna get that you up call.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So this is make or break for this game this year, man. I mean, I'm not saying it'll be over, but I think if they don't do it, man, if they don't do it, then Tennessee State gonna find somebody else to fill that spot.
I mean, I don't know. With a team like Pine Bluff, you have to get kind of creative from a marketing standpoint too.
Yeah, you
But
do, and
it's just
you
hard
gotta
to bring it's hard to bring that crowd when they don't bring it. But maybe they'll figure it out this season.
yeah, and you gotta kind of look at it like you can't do it the same way you do it with TSU and Jackson State. You got to entice other people to be there because JSU gonna bring people. But Pine Bluff gonna they bring some, but I mean, are they winning a lot? I mean, I think they're a team that they have to have some success to show up. They don't got that base that's just gonna be there. Valley, their whole schedule not out yet, but they do have an all FCS non-conference schedule. All of them on the road. They go to Tennessee State to open up the season. They go to Lamar the next week. The 14th of September, they go to Murray State, and then September 21st, they go to Nichols. So they're gonna be doing a lot of traveling. Probably gonna take 4 L's, but they do have a all FCS schedule, so you can't knock them for that. But I mean, one thing you can say about Valley is Valley don't never play an easy schedule out of conference. Valley, every game Valley play be hard, man. At least they're not. At least they're not messing with Delta State this year.
Central State.
I know.
They lost with Central State.
I couldn't believe that one, bro. I was hurt. I was hurt. I just knew Valley was gonna win that game, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Valley come out and play at Bellhaven and Millsap.
They might get worked up.
Man, rolled in, but at least it won't be as bad, But at least I'll be able to hold your head up with some dignity.
At least it probably should be a home game. I guess Valley still might go down there.
But man, Valley got to find some way to improve because, man, they might need to bring dancing back if we keep on getting big.
Yeah, man. if you keep going like that, man, you might have to. I did see that they're gonna start letting other divisions play on week 0. So I saw some people talking. It might be a situation where we get a double header, with the MEAC SWAC challenge and maybe a SIAC CIAA game. Man, that'd be good. Have two HBCU games opening weekend.
I'm telling you, they need to combine them games. And do so. I'm talking about they need to have 2 games in the same day in the same stadium.
Yeah,
that'd be hot.
You've been pushing that one. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, and you have one game at 3 and the other game at 6.
And then you just be on, man. Had a whole weekend, set it off, man. You know how your little band thing the week before. I mean, not the week before, the day before. How your little fan fest and stuff. It's like, man, I think the market is there. The market is definitely there.
Then you mix in them freaks. Hey, you got a party.
Mm-hmm. Hey, in the A, you never know. It's wide open, man. It's wide open.
He acted up. We don't want them freaks. Them Thibodeau. The Lafayette freaks you mixed up in the ladder. Oh my goodness.
Man, hey, bro, I'm sure I told this story before, but what the hell, man? We are in I think it was 2011, man. Southern was playing FAMU in Atlanta, so I had told my homeboy that we'll go hook up and go to the game. He lived in Baton Rouge, I lived in Florida, so I was like, man, we'll link up, get a room and go to the game and do the whole thing. I just met my wife not that long ago, so we were just dating. We really had just was getting to know her when I made them plans for the trip. So last minute, week before, 2 weeks before, whatever, he decided he didn't want to go. So I was like, I got the room, I got tickets. I was like, I got 2 tickets, I got a hotel. I just asked her to go. We ain't really been together long, but whatever. So we go up there. And we get to the hotel, bro. There's a strip club across the street from the hotel. She like, oh, so this is what you were going up here for? Like, I didn't even know that was up there, but like, it was not that kind of trip that I had planned. But once I got there, and I would have realized it would have been a different story. But you can't. I don't think she still believed me on that one.
That's crazy. That's
crazy. It was like it was like a player's ball in that lobby, bro, at nighttime, bro. It was like a player's ball up in there, man. All them P's and H's walking around, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it was crazy. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do them both, but you could. I mean, maybe if the bread be right, you could get that. Well, I don't know. They'd be doing a lot of other games. I was gonna say you could get the Falcon Stadium, but they be having all them other games going on.
That's probably gonna cost some money.
But yeah,
Mercedes Benz out for that longer period.
Yes, indeed. But it's gonna be hot in September, no matter what time of day you play. In September, them night games be hot.
At least from 3 on. I mean, that's the best. Rather than 12 o'clock.
Oh yes, indeed.
12 o'clock.
Bro, when they used to play the MEAC SWAC challenge in Orlando, man, they used to play that game at 12 p.m. And the stadium that UCF play in, man, ain't nothing but aluminum bleachers and nothing. Bro, that doggone thing was like sitting in an oven watching the. I'm like, who the heck want to go to a football game at 12 o'clock in August in Florida? Man, y'all crazy. I was gonna die up in there trying to watch a game between 2 teams that I ain't had no attachment to. Like, man, y'all need to get it together. Same thing when we played South Carolina State in the MEAC SWAC challenge down here, man. It's like 11 a.m. on a Sunday in Baton Rouge, man. They ran out of water in month for that day, man. But people was
them August and Early September games in that heat ain't no joke.
Yes, indeed. We need more night games, man. Let's bring back the night games.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what the SWAC kind of built on in those night games. The pageantry is a little better.
Mm-hmm. It is, man. It's just a better feeling for a night game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I hopefully they could spin this into something, man, and make an even bigger deal out of it. I mean, the more attention you bring to these games, the better. You know, let them conferences get their little shine on,
Mm-hmm.
and MEAC SWAC Challenge continue to do its thing, and go from there.
Who is it to be at SWAC this year? Is it
Um, FAMU and Norfolk.
that's a good. Well, I don't know how the matchup gonna be this time, but man, if Willie Simmons, man, that would have been a pretty good matchup if he was still there.
See, I thought they missed the boat, bro, because Southern playing next year, and we should have been playing. We should have been playing Worm, man. That
Right.
speaks for itself.
And
I
they
can
should
believe
have
they
been
missed that
playing North
opportunity,
Carolina
man.
Central. Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong playing Central. I mean, that's a good game, but I mean, you missing. Behold, green and gold. Hey, thank goodness, man. Like I said, I love night games, man. I love night games. They missed a good opportunity to have us not play Coach Worm, man. Because I mean, now we got a guy that's built like Coach Worm on the other sideline, so it could have been.
Yeah, that would have been that probably would have been a marquee matchup if they could have got Southern and Norfolk, MEAC SWAC Challenge. That would have been interesting. That game would have had a good storyline too.
Oh yeah, I mean it was spoke for itself, but you gotta work with the hand that they give you. So I think, like I said, I think the game against Central gonna be it'll be a good game when it happens. I mean people from Southern gonna turn out because it's Atlanta, but hey, I take it however we get it, man. Like I said, we ain't won in Bragg since 2001, so I take it however we get it, man.
It's hard to win in Bragg.
I take it against
they rowdy.
I take it against FAMU High if I got to, bro. Like however we get it, bro. Like we ain't got it in years, so if I gotta take it because y'all ain't got enough players on the field, I take it that way. I just need a victory over them Rattlers, man. It been since Coach Odom first year since we beat them boys, man. So we got to get it. We got to get that. We got to get it at some point. Hey, we all hoping, but I mean I don't want FAMU to fall off too much because I still want that JSU FAMU game to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want that game to be crazy. Because I know y'all too.
We kind of still, a lot of people that this Bama State getting body moved. It'd be easy to say, hey, Bama State could have something to say in the East, man.
Yes, indeed. It's gonna be the way things are shaping up, man. Bama State gonna have a hand in it if they can keep their defense on point and find a way to make some things happen with this new offense they're working on. They're gonna be tough. The East gonna be tough. The West gonna be crazy. The East gonna be tough. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight on both sides, but the West is gonna basically be whoever survives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's hard to beat Jack State and that Vic.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
But we did drop a couple. We dropped a couple last season in that Vic.
I don't know, man. A 15 seed, we can't lose no more. Hey, that game Monday was ridiculous, man. we was up 15 points in the second half and lost to Bethune-Cookman. Bro, I was sick. I can't, I love I love to talk about the Cat Eye Network, right? And it's run by students, so I don't wanna pick on students because they trying their best. And it ain't like my production values is the greatest. So I don't wanna throw stones at nobody when my stuff look like it look. But they bro, when they be having people shoot free throws, bro, the cameras be making me dizzy. But that gym was on point Monday night. I give it to them, man. They had Greek night, and that place was rocking. We still should have came out there with a dub though, but we let it go. My boy Scooter Joseph, 31 points in a loss. That man was cooking, but he got caught up talking to the crowd, man, and I think kind of threw his concentration off a little bit. But got to bounce back on Saturday against Grambling. Oh yeah, hey, let's get BCU in there, man. Let's get old Coach Woody in there, and let's see what happens. And we got some work to do before we get there. We nowhere near a finished product yet. We still got a lot of holes in our team. We got the potential, but we still got a lot of holes in our team right now. I'm not saying I don't really like our rotation in crunch time. I thought we relied too much on trying to play NBA ball and draw fouls. I wasn't trying to drive to the hole and just throw stuff up to get fouled. In the SWAC they ain't gonna always call that. So we wasted a lot of second half possessions like that. But if they can learn from that loss, man, I think we're gonna be in decent shape. But we still got a lot of tough basketball ahead of us. So I'm not gonna say nothing until March because we've been in first place for a long time before and ain't make it. So I just want to get in the tournament and go from there. That's it. Bro, they got a legit high school gym with a stage with a stage in it, man. I ain't seen that since my middle school. Man, my high school gym is bigger than their gym, man.
Yeah, and them old country school gyms.
They do, bro, with the stage in there, man. And my gym got more banners in it, man. That thing. I was looking at the other night. I like, bro, this is like high school gym. But they be rocking now.
The Jack State gym ain't it ain't no high school gym, but it is kind of small.
It ain't that small though.
No, ain't that. It's just
it's made like it a little bit, but it's not small by no means.
I hate the lighting in the AAC, honestly. Some part like in the general admission, you have bright lights on the court, but then you got regular lights. I always just take all that tile out and just rip it out and just put some lights, some nice LED lights, and upgrade the seating, because now those seats are ancient. Them are old auditorium 1980 seats. Almost like 90, what I'm saying? I was there upgrade. If they didn't do nothing but put bleach, they just put straight bleachers instead of those seats. I hate those. I just hate those little bucket seats.
Now the one thing I will say about Southern, man, is they need a new scoreboard, bro. The screen on our scoreboard, it look like them old. It's all pixelated, bro. Like I'm like, y'all need some high def screens or something, man. Like you look at the game, it's all fuzzy because it look like it's the original monitors from when the scoreboard was first put up there, like in 2001. So it's like it's like it don't even make no sense to look up at it, because it's like you can't even see nothing on the screen. You can't see who, you can't even see no highlights when they replay something. So if you miss a play, you just miss it. So that's the one thing, man, because that's just I look at that, it's right, but it's crazy, man.
Yep.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Go ahead and get ready for another weekend, man. SWAC basketball coming at you. Southern and Grambling playing on Saturday up
That
in
HBCU go?
Grambling. I don't know who the HBCU got. Okay, let me see if the TV
I
schedule
think
is.
I think that's HBCU go.
It might be.
Yeah, I just kind of hate that they'll firewall a lot of SWAC basketball
I
because
know,
I like to
man.
tune in to
Especially
that.
Valley, bro. That one hurt my heart, bro. Cause good thing they
Not
ain't do
being
it
able to
before
see
that.
Valley, yeah, that was a heartbreaker. Not being able to see Valley anymore like that.
Bro, good thing they ain't do it before that Valley Bama State game, bro. I done missed that. I missed that boy take off on them. Yeah, that's the HBCU Go game of the week, Southern and Grambling. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and catch that. Hey, Dooley, hey, I already seen Dooley up in Grambling, man. He's still rocking suits, man. Even though he the OC, he's still rocking suits. I seen a video, a picture of the team. I guess they starting their all-season workouts. Coaches were talking to him. Dooley was the only one out there with a suit on. Everybody was in shorts and shirts. Dooley was out there with a suit on. That man gonna rock his suits, boy. I know that for sure. He gonna change clothes about 4 times, man. But like I said, man, we're gonna get on up out of here, man. I thank y'all for rocking with us, man. And we're gonna be back at y'all next week. Another edition of SWAC Smoke. Y'all stay up and we're gonna catch y'all, man.